Hey, how's it going? Starfield just received its latest Steam beta update for Starfield, and guess what? There has been quite a few changes. Now, in today's video, I am going to be showing you a comparison between the before textures and afterwards. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure that you stay tuned, because that is something we'll be talking about first. Then we'll continue on and talk about some of the bugs that they have fixed, and then we'll finish it up by seeing whether or not this update had actually improved the game. Before we get into the video, if this is your second time stopping by the channel, then feel free to subscribe now, and let's go ahead and dive right into this. Let's start off by seeing exactly what has changed in terms of textures. So what you're going to see on the screen here is a before and after. The developers mentioned in a tweet or X post about maybe a week ago, and they mentioned that the graphics, or specifically the textures, were going to change. And so what you're going to see right here is the before and after. And the left side, you could tell that, yeah, it's kind of just a little bit underwhelming. So then on the right side, there has been quite a few improvements. I'm also going to be showing you a before and after when it comes down to the character creation as well. So not only that, but you'll be able to see the difference there as well. But for this first part, I just wanted to show the beginning of the game, and then we'll lean right into those other clips. This patch was not just supposed to fix bugs and improve the game, but as you could tell, it was supposed to help with the textures, and I think they did a great job here. Let me know down below if this is something that you're excited for and looking forward to in this next update. Personally, I'm waiting for the next update after this that is supposed to add some sort of way of traveling. This is what I'm looking forward to the most, but I want to know what you guys are personally looking forward to. Is it this update or possibly the next update? And whether or not this is a game changer for you, because I know some of the reviews are pretty nasty over there on Steam, and rightfully so, but I would like to know whether or not this will change your honest opinion about the game. So let me know down below in the comments. Alrighty, continuing along here, we're going to check out Starfield Update 1.9.47.0 patch notes. And yes, this is on January 18th, 2024. The developers left this message down below. Our latest update is now available in our Steam beta. This update brings over 100 fixes and adjustments, most of which focus on quality life improvements and quest fixes. Our full list of patch notes is below. We believe we got that pesky asteroid follower this time. We're grateful for all the feedback we've seen and received, and will continue to monitor and track your issues and critiques. As we noted last year, we'll continue to have a steady stream of updates about every 6 weeks. So if you don't see your issue addressed below, don't lose faith. Keep sharing your feedback and issues so we can do our best to prioritize. Thank you again, and see you in Starfield. That's great to see that they're really dedicated to fixing this game up, adding these improvements, and even mentions the fact that they're looking into the critiques and issues and all that good stuff. So I believe in the end we could definitely see quite a few improvements coming from Bethesda, and I absolutely know that, some of you out here are like, oh, come on. Yet I truly believe they are going to change up this time and do something a bit different with Starfield, but we'll see exactly what goes on over time and whether or not these improvements are going to help. But I truly believe they're doing the right thing, and we'll see what exactly goes on from here. But let's continue on and take a look at the rest of the patch notes. If we go downwards and take a look at fixes and improvements, we can see animation. They have done the following: fixed players' character eyes remaining closed instead of blinking in third-person view. Addressed rare cases where small animation pops could be seen in third person. So far, we could tell that they have really tried to improve on these third-person animations. Now, here's the thing. I do not see anything talking about the left head running animation bug, which is absolutely annoying. And if you do not know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you could find somebody talking about it online, or at least showing a clip of it. But really, it's an annoying bug, but I do not see anything so far talking about this. I wonder whether or not we'll see something in the patch notes as we go along here, but we'll see. So let's continue along. Next, we have creatures and enemies. They have done the following: fixed incorrectly invisible creatures on some planets, fixed an issue that could occur on some enemies, causing them to stand instead of falling to the ground. What I've noticed that's a huge change here, by the way, is the incorrectly visible or invisible creatures on some planets. This was a huge problem because I've experienced it where you pop up on a planet you're roaming around, and then there's this invisible creature that you do not see, and it can attack you. It's crazy, but it was definitely a bug. It's cool to see that that's fixed. Now let's move on towards crew and companions. The developers have left this down below by saying, fixed crew members and companions positioning near the cockpit after fast traveling to the ship. Companions fixed a possible control lock when talking to a companion without entering dialogue, while simultaneously trying to exit the ship. And as for some of those fixes, I do not see them as too huge of an issue, but it could have possibly been a big problem for you. But let's go on and talk about general. There is not really too much to point out here except for the rare save issue corruption that popped up on PC, MSS, and Steam. So Microsoft Store. Now this right here is probably the only one to point out in terms of things that they have fixed, because I feel like this is a big one, but it was definitely rare. So it was not popping up as frequent, but it was definitely a problem. They've also fixed some issues with, the body type. So what they mentioned right here is, quote, body type should no longer reset to default when loading a Starborn save from the main menu, end quote. And so that's something they've also improved. And there's also some various stability improvements as they've mentioned. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about graphics. This right here, they have improved the widescreen support, which will support 32:9, 21:9, and 16:10 ratio monitors. They've fixed some shadows that can be seen on certain planets. They've also fixed some sort of sun disk geometry, which I'm not too sure what that specifically is or what the issue was. Anyways, continuing along here, they've improved the reflections on water. They've improved contact shadows on characters' skin for both Xbox and PC. But for PC, they have mainly improved the contact shadows for both characters' cloth and first person for PC Ultra and PC High. And then for the lightning, they've also improved that for character generation menu, and that should be for both because they did not mention anything whether or not that was for PC mainly or Xbox. Not to mention, they've also fixed some huge problems with FSR2 and DLSS artifacts for noise, black dots, and ghosting is what they've mentioned. So they've done a lot of things in terms of graphics, which is really good to see because honestly, anything that's more optimized is just a solid go for me. I'm absolutely for it. But let's go ahead and take a look at Outpost. The developers have mentioned this down below. Fixed a rare missing terrain issue that could occur after fast traveling to an outpost near New Atlantis. Fixed an issue that could cause bulldozed objects to reappear when returning to an outpost. Fixed an issue that could cause hazard damage to remain even when hazard was removed by bulldozing an outpost. Fixed an issue where outpost cargo links would be removed from terminal list if connected, disconnected, then reconnected to another cargo link during the cargo ship landing sequence. Fixed an issue where weapon case built by the player in an outpost would populate with weapons and ammo after reloading the game. And I don't know, they have already fixed that issue, but maybe there was a workaround of some sort. They definitely fixed that in the last patch or the one prior, so not really too sure what's going on there, but this right here is what's going on in terms of fixes for Outposts. Next, we have powers. They have fixed the following issues down below, so the developers mentioned this. Fixed a rare issue that could cause the FaceTime power to remain enabled. Fixed the extreme speed that could occur in 0G when using the FaceTime power. Solar flare power now accounts for critical hits. Okay, so all of these issues that have been fixed are all solid, especially the third one, where now you are going to receive critical hits when using solar flare power, which is really awesome. And especially the first issue here, where if you guys did not know, there was a huge problem going on where you basically would activate your FaceTime and you would remain in it permanently. The only way to fix it was to create a save, reload it back up, or if you just kind of just went back into the game and it would just sort itself out by its own. Moving on towards quest and random encounters. For this, I'm just going to name out the quests that they have fixed and not specifically talk about what they have done in terms of the issue or what the bug was with those quests. So let's talk about it. They have fixed the following: absolute power, background checks, derelict ship, drink on the house, echoes of the past again, eye of the storm. So those two of the issues in there have been fixed for both of those quests. Continuing on, we have executive level, failure to communicate, further into the unknown, ground pounder, Hostile intelligence, into the unknown, legacy's end, missed beyond measures, no sudden moves, on the run, one small step, Operation Starseed, power from beyond, rough landings, shadowy neon, supra et ultra, tap in the grid, the best there is, the empty nest, the heart of Mars, the pale lady, top of the list, war relics, and last but not least, where hope is built. Holy smoke. So they have done the best thing possible and fixed all of these issues. I'm pretty sure right now campaign is completely bug free, or at least it should be. Then for ships and ships customization, they have done the following fixes. The developers mentioned this right here. Fixed another case that could cause an asteroid to follow a ship in space. Fixed ship hatch being marked inaccessible after swapping to a new home ship. Fixed an issue where the ship could end up in an untended state by simultaneously attempting fast travel during a grav jump. Fixed a view issue that could occur when fast traveling during ship targeting mode. Fixed an issue that could occur when entering ship targeting mode immediately after selecting a grav jump. Fixed an issue that could non-functional ladders to appear when the player modified the ship with the Tayo all-in-one berth top A and Deimos 1x1 or 1x1. Fixed an issue where the legendary ship could take too long to resume firing after the weapon were repaired. Space combat should now match ground combat difficulty, increased with successive trips through the Unity. Fixed an issue where loading an exit save while docked to a space station could cause names of ships to change. Oh, that's a big one right there too. Fixed a marker not pointed to the current home ship after performing a save load between different ships. Fixed an issue that could cause the frontier to incorrectly appear if a non-human ship was removed from landing pad. Various ships, issues, and ship customizations. It does not appear that they have done anything in terms of fixing the bugs where you can make your customized ships merge together, but I would have to test it out to see for sure. Next, for skills, the developers left this down below. Rejuvenation. Rejuvenation skill VFX no longer replays whenever the hand scanner is opened in third person. Surveying. Fixed surveying challenge progress issues with mineral resource. Targeting control systems. Fixed inconsistency with level 3 and 4. Alrighty, so moving along here, is Starfield worth picking up now? I think it's absolutely worth picking up if you did enjoy the game at the beginning, of course. But, you know, surely the bugs popped up and it just probably turned you away from the game. If that is the case, then I recommend giving it another go once this update does arrive. Of course, if you're on Steam and you have good old Starfield there, you can opt in for the beta and try the patch out for yourself. Hopefully this video has been helpful in some way. If it has, give this video a like. If this is your first time stopping by, subscribe now, turn those notifications on, and I'll see you all in the next video.